It's time for more Doki Doki Blue Skies. We're on to episode 21. Let's get into the game. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is PukaTuka here, and today we're going to be playing some more Doki Doki Blue Skies. Alright, last time we had... We did something. We did something. Alright, as I open my eyes and slowly grow more awake, I'm suddenly aware of a warmth on my chest. Sayori has somehow managed to comfort herself so that she's lying diagonally across my body with her head planted firmly on my upper body. I can feel the warmth of her breath under the fabric of my pajamas. Only Sayori can manage to fall asleep like this. Typical girl. I can't help but smile while I gently stroke the back of her head. Her hair has always been very soft and pleasant to touch. As I move my hand toward my face to scratch the itch on my nose, Sayori suddenly mumbles, "But your hand back." In your hair? Sorry, I don't speak pillow. I'll take that as a yes, though. Feels really good. You're literally like a cat, you know that? A beautiful, blue-eyed cat with lovely hair. Okay, that sounded a bit weird, didn't it? Just a bit. She jerks upright as I poke her in the ribs. She's always been sensitive to that. Most people are sensitive. Puka! I was so comfy. Sorry. I pull her towards me. Here, you can use me as a pillow again. She grumbles, but eventually settles down once more. You make a really good pillow. Thanks. I have been training my entire life in the Human Pillow Championships. I only got 3rd place last time, so it's nice to know I'm doing better now. At this proximity, I can literally feel the vibrations from her laughter on my own skin. Stop making me laugh. I'm trying to sleep. I don't know, Sayori. If my pillow could make me laugh, I'd be mighty impressed. Maybe you should be a little more appreciative. Gosh. It's rude to keep a girl from her beauty sleep, Puka. Why would you need beauty sleep? You're perfect the way you are. Okay, even though I said it, I have to admit, that was pretty smooth. Since when did you have such a charming side? About 4 seconds ago, apparently. Better late than ever, right? Sarah yawns and stretches, sitting up once more. Even with her hair plastered all over her face, and her eyes still riddled with sleep, I don't think it's possible for her to look bad. Something on my face? Just admiring how beautiful you really are. How am I supposed to reply to that? By flailing, so I get to further admire how cute you are. You're such a meanie. But I'm complimenting you. Would you rather I said you looked like an ostrich or something? Well, ostriches are pretty cool. Okay, but if people think I'm a weirdo for calling you my ostrich in public, I'm blaming you. She burst out laughing. I kinda want to see that, now that you said it. I roll my eyes. You must be the only girl on the planet who'd rather be called an African flightless bird than beautiful or cute. Yup. But don't forget, you chose me. Let's go make breakfast. Yeah. So, what's the mystery plan you've got lined up for today, then? Ooh, that. Well, I want to keep it a surprise. But you've already told me that you've got something planned, so that's kind of a giveaway in itself. Oops. Well, you still don't know what's going to happen. You right. Anyway, we've got time until we got to go. What should we do? Watching anime? We've been playing games a lot recently. Figured it'd be a nice change. I don't know if you like anime. Yeah. I don't really know any, but sure. Awesome. I wonder what anime he watched. Could it possibly be One Punch Man? I could only take a guess. That was super confusing. Yeah, time travel plotlines can get really perplexing. I heard they're really hard to write well. The show pulls it off pretty well, though. I wonder, was it just me who thought that red-haired girl kind of reminds you of Natsuki? Red-haired girl. What's an anime about time travel that's red-haired? What? I don't know. I can see it. She glances at the clock. Ooh, I need to go get ready soon. You preparing for something like this? Keeping it a secret? You haven't been abducted by the Yakuza, have you? No, but that'd be kind of fun. Something tells me that Sayori doesn't know that much about Japanese gangsters. Oh, by the way, you don't have any dress shirts, do you? Yeah, I do. I think you'd look really nice if you wore one today. So what you're really saying is that wherever we're going has a smart dress code. She doesn't answer. Anyway, I'll see you soon. She puts her plate away and heads out the door, leaving me to contemplate what she's just said. I open my wardrobe and sift through my clothes. It's been a while since I've had to wear a dress shirt. It's not something I'd normally wear, but I could tell that Sayori was getting at. I guess it's kind of hard to tell guess it's kind of hard to tell me what to wear when the whole thing is meant to be a surprise. Still, I reckon this one will do nicely. I'll pack a hoodie in my backpack too, just in case. After freshening up, I stand in front of the mirror, nervously checking how I look. I get the feeling we're going to some kind of restaurant, although I can't imagine why. It's not like today is Valentine's Day or anything like that. Makes for some nice variety at least. Either way, I want to look nice. Well, it looks like it's time to meet her. After trying to smoothen my hair one last time, I head out. Oh, look at this. It's always so gray and gloomy. I get the nice sunset now background. I love that. Give me more of this. I want more of this, not the gray skies. I want this Doki Doki blue skies, not Doki Doki gray clouds. Alright? If I wanted gray clouds, I would go talk to a cousin. Or I would go play the normal game and watch everyone die over and over again. It's not like I haven't done that before. Sayori's already there by the time I arrive at her house. Hey! Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Detail. Look at this. I wonder if this will be used as a thumbnail. Only one way to find out. Hey! Wow, Sayori, you look like an ostrich. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Puka. I'm glad you like it. You've always looked really nice, but this is something else. That's Puka. Oh, sorry. Someone's getting into the spirit of the day. She giggles and loops her hand with mine. I can smell her perfume, which only adds to her allure. You look really handsome, by the way. Like one of those fancy spies. Don't overdo it. So, where are we going? You'll see. Here we are. We're standing in front of a fancy-looking restaurant. Looks like my hunch was correct. Oh, no way! What? This is the exact restaurant I was gonna take you to on Valentine's Day. Really? Yep. Did you get the recommendation from Monica by any chance? Sure did, and I'm guessing you did too. She nods, giggling. Wow, what are the chances? I guess we really do think alike. So that explains your dress and why you asked me to wear a smart shirt? It all makes sense now. Sorry, it was really hard to tell you about the dress code while trying to keep the whole thing a secret. I must have sounded so awkward. Nah, I get your reasoning. Besides, I'm really hungry, so let's just head in. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Man, Monica wasn't wrong with her descriptions of this place. The first thing I notice is the warm, cozy atmosphere it radiates, accompanied by some pleasant jazz. Sayori seems impressed as well, given how much she's gushing over how the restaurant looks. As a waiter comes over to tend us, I make a mental note to thank Monica the next time I see her. I wonder how this will go. All this stuff looks so tasty. I feel like there's something in my nose and I refuse to pick it, so I'm just gonna do this. Because it itches as well. Blech. Okay, anyway. Although, I don't know what half of it is. Then, how do you know it's tasty? 6 cents. I didn't know that movie about ghosts taught you about food. Not go, silly. I know. Just messing. Are you going to have a starter? I think I'll try the what? I think I'll try the chawanmushi with shrimp. Wasn't aware that you like shrimp that much, but okay. It's not every day that I get to come here, so I figured it'd be a good idea to try something new. Not a bad idea, actually. They're the same. I think I'll go for the yakitori. I don't know what any of that is. But it's food, I think. Hopefully. So, you're probably wondering why I took you here today, right? It probably came across as kinda random. Yeah, a little. I don't mind, though. Well, I was thinking about Valentine's Day. I felt kinda bad. We didn't get to do anything on the day, just because I wasn't really feeling up to it, so I wanted to make it up to you. You didn't have to do anything to make anything up, Sayori. But I did. You were looking forward to spending the day with me, and I just told you to leave me alone. There was a reason for that. I didn't want to force anything, and besides, it's not like you chose to have a bad day, was it? Well, no, but so don't worry about it. I'd much prefer we have a nice, romantic evening together when you felt in the mood for one. Forcing one just because it was Valentine's Day is a pretty bad idea anyway. Anyway, the food here is great. Looks like Monica really knows her stuff, huh? The chawanmushi is so tasty. I don't know how to pronounce it. Chawanmushi? Maybe? You know, it might be worth learning how to cook. Given how you love food and how much I love seeing a smile on your face, it might be something I'll look into. You know, for the future. She blushes slightly. Speaking of which, I've been thinking about the future. Oh, that's a bad idea. Don't do that. Our future. You better not recommend marriage. Don't you dare talk about marriage. Too soon. Way too soon. I know it might be a little early, though. It's pretty natural, right? I have those thoughts from time to time as well. where do you think we'll be when we finish high school? Those are fine thoughts. That's actually a good conversation to have. Okay, I just thought she was going to talk about marriage. I was going to say, yeah, I'm going to delete this game real quick. Assuming you haven't got bored of me by then, Puka, I'd never get bored of you. Kidding, kidding. In reality, well, I'd like to think we'd still be together, you know? Yeah, we've only been a couple for, what, 2 months? But honestly, it feels a lot longer. Probably because we've known each other for so long, right? I take a bite out of my food. It's really good. That's probably it, yeah. I think we got really lucky in that respect. I read somewhere that the best relationships tend to form when the two people are best friends before they're dating. What do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Probably because they get to know each other really well before they get into a relationship, right? They know what their partner likes and dislikes, along with their hobbies, interests, and values. And because friends argue, fall out, and make up, each person would know how to handle the other one when they fight, which would be really useful when dating them. Plus, it also gives them a long time for their feelings to grow. Nothing is rushed or anything. Sounds like you've given it some thought. I like to think about these things. It really helps to keep the pace. Ah, I never thought of that. You can't really keep people happy if you don't understand them, right? Yep. You're pretty perceptive and smart. I've always enjoyed seeing that side of you. Really? Well, let's take the incident where you, forgot your gloves back in November. It was a pretty clever way to get me to hold your hands, and it worked too. I don't know what it was about that crafty side of yours that's so alluring. Perhaps it's because I never know when it's going to strike next. So it always keeps me on my toes. There's always been much more to you than meets the eye, I guess. It's a bit devious, but it is kind of fun to play with people like that. Which is why it's all the more rewarding when I manage to get you back. We always try to one-up each other, something that stayed with us since childhood. And what I love most is that it's our unique little in-joke. In-game? I don't even know what the right wording would be. Yeah, definitely. I really enjoy it too. It's our own little thing that no one can ever take away from us. Precisely. Sayori pushes her empty plate away from her. Unlike many times before, she didn't just wolf down her meal as fast as possible, nor did she take a remarkably long amount of time to eat it. It looks like her appetite is a lot more consistent these days. Can I see the dessert menu? Only if you promise me that you won't buy the entire thing. I can't make that promise. Sorry. I hand the menu over to her. Her eyes light up as she scans the options. How can you even fit any more food in? Your main looked really filling. Dessert doesn't go to the stomach, Puka. It goes to the heart. That may be the dumbest, yet most profound thing I've heard in a while. Ooh, look, they have a chocolate cake. It comes with vanilla ice cream and sprinkles. You know what? You've got me in a dessert mood now. Let's have two. Actually, I don't like dessert, really. I don't like eating cake. I don't like cupcakes. I don't like pie. I kind of like creme brulee. PukaTuka cooks creme brulee? Confirmed? Video coming soon? Leaked? Alright, anyway, after a while, we finish our meal and the waiter comes over with the bill. Well, at least you get what you pay for here. As I pull out my wallet, Sayori intervenes. Hey, what do you think you're doing? I'm paying for the... There's no way I'm letting you pay for this alone, Puka. It's okay, Mom left me some money. That's not the point, silly. You already do so much for me, so this is the time I want to do something back for you. Or I worded that. I could have restarted, but I chose to keep going with it. But I don't want you to pay for the entire thing either. It's hardly cheap. Nuh-uh, not this time. I opened my mouth to argue, but Sayori's resolution holds firm. Okay, if you insist. She smiles sweetly. I do. We pay the bill and stand up to leave. I'll find a way to slip yen into her pocket when she isn't looking. I've done that before. That's not even a joke. I legit have done that before. Look at this. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love when I get to see like fan-made art for stuff like this. It's just really nice. Wow, look at the stars, Puka. She's shivering, a given, really, due to the temperature and the wind. The dress she's wearing probably doesn't help. Luckily, I came prepared. I pull out the hoodie from my backpack. Standing behind her, I help her into it. Once I'm done, I hug her close to me and plant a kiss into the back of her neck. They might look beautiful, Sayori, but they have absolutely nothing on you. Thank you. Oh, for paying? It's nothing. I just didn't want... Not for that. Thank you for taking a chance on me. For letting me back into your life and for letting me help you. You keep talking about how much I've done for you, but I don't think I've told you how much you've done for me. You gave me something to look forward to each and every morning. Even on the days where we didn't spend time together, just seeing you, if only for a minute, was enough to make my day better. It's all thanks to you that I was introduced to a world of poetry and a club filled with friendship. I didn't realize just how badly I was missing friendship in my life until the fateful day where you let me walk with you to school, all those months ago. If it weren't for you, I would have probably spent my last 2 years of high school alone, becoming more and more of a NEET by the end of the day. You've made such a positive change to my life, and I can't thank you enough for that.
Aw, Puka.
But there's so much more than that. Seeing your eyes shine when you laugh, seeing your nose scrunch up when you're thinking about something, hearing your laugh, reminiscing about the good old days. A day never goes by where I don't consider myself the luckiest guy on the planet. All because a girl as beautiful and amazing as you are considers me her boyfriend. I was going really well right there. Of course, I got a stutter at the end.
I don't know what to say.
It's okay, Sayori. You don't have to say anything. I just wanted to let you know how much you mean to me because you honestly are my world. I love hearing your laugh. I love seeing you smile. I love how you're a daily part of my life now. But most importantly, it's now or never. Está mi amor, Sayori. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Está mi amor, Sayori? You are my love, Sayori? Is that what you want me to say in Spanish? I know Spanish. Daisuki? Dayo? Is that what you want me to say? Is that what you want? Sayori, Daisuki Dayo? You want Japanese? Alright. What, do you want English? It's not happening. I love you, Sayori. Happy now? I'm not happy. Not happy. Well, that's it now. Those 3 words have been spoken.
Really?
Really. I'm sorry if that came out of the blue or...
I love you too, Puka. I was scared that I'd say it too soon. I didn't want to scare you or anything.
I can't help but stifle a slight laugh. That's exactly how I've been feeling. We really are on the same wavelength. She reaches up to wipe a few happy tears away.
It feels so good to finally be able to say it.
It does. It really does. She turns around to face me with tears in her eyes. She slowly leans her face towards mine, and we share a kiss. Man, a kiss that feels entirely different to any other kiss we've shared before. Is it because we've both finally exclaimed our love for each other? Or because we're doing the stereotypical thing of kissing under the moonlight? Who knows? We break apart, but our faces remain close. Sayori's voice has lowered to a whisper, and her eyes remain closed. She's still shivering a little bit, but she carries on regardless.
I can't believe we're really in this situation right now. I had dreams about this moment where we get to say those 3 words.
We open our eyes at the same time.
I was so scared that this would feel wrong, or that it wouldn't match my expectations. I think that's another reason why I was scared of saying it too early. But I'm so glad we waited for the right moment.
Me too, Sayori. It's all been worth it. She laughs softly.
I knew there was something about you. Back when we first laid eyes on each other, all those years ago. You always made me feel warm and fuzzy inside, and that never changed, no matter how many years had passed. It took me a long time to realize my feelings, and they were confusing. I didn't know why I'd find myself smiling for no reason, and even though the rain clouds were there, no matter how hard it rained, they could never put out that tiny little ember. The tiny little ember that was you, which was always there. And I was... Ugh.
Well, it looks like Mother Nature doesn't care in the slightest for romance. The cold winds, which were fairly dormant, have suddenly burst to life. We can continue this at home, don't worry.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
I laugh and pull her close to me, trying to warm her up. One speedy power walk later, and we're both back at home, savoring the warmth of the room. Luckily, the atmosphere hasn't been disrupted too much. That's much better. Now, what were you saying? She walks up to me and puts her hands on my face. Her thumb slowly massages my chin, and the other goes up to stroke my hair.
I was so scared to fall in love. When you told me you liked me, I had no idea how to respond, and as you saw, I panicked.
She smiles ruefully.
But things are different now. You helped me realize that it was okay to take that chance. That maybe, just maybe, my own happiness is isn't something I should hate.
Ugh.
Yeah. Things aren't entirely perfect, but I'm happy with where I'm at now.
You should be, Sayori. You've been so brave, and you've overcome so much.
And that's all because of you. You were you were once that little ember, but you grew into a roaring fire. A fire that refused to be put out.
Hey, this reminds me of a song cover that I'm currently working on. She kisses me once more. To my surprise, she uses her tongue again. Stop talking. Immediately, my heart starts to race. I'm very aware of what the atmosphere was like the last time she kissed me like this, and this time, there's no one around to interrupt us. I wish there was. I kiss Sayori back just as passionately. That hunger, that sense of urgency, it's all flooding back to the both of us. I don't want to go on.
I need you, Puka.
Goosebumps erupt over my arms. They're not over my arms. My arms are smooth as a baby, besides the hand.
And there's so much more I could say, but I think there's a better way of showing how I feel.
Uh-oh. I could hardly hear her over the sound of my heart thumping in my chest. Is this really happening? Are you sure? Her reply is barely a whisper, but the conviction and assurance are so strong, it's almost like she shouted it.
Yes.
Tentatively, her hands start... No! What if I just read this really quickly, alright? Tentatively, her hands start picking at the buttons of my shirt. Her fingers feel warm and soft against my upper body, and I watch with almost bated breath as she undoes each button. Eventually, she undoes the last one and helps me slide the shirt off. I take a deep breath, savoring how her hands feel on my bare chest.
Are you okay with this?
Yeah, sorry, just really nervous.
That's okay, me too.
She turns around, exposing the zipper on her back of her dress. Wordlessly, I know what I'm expected to do. Before I pull the zipper down, I kiss her slowly across the back of the neck, causing her to, lightly. Truth be told, I have no idea what I'm doing, but from the sounds she's just made, I guess it's working. With the zipper free, Sayori is able to wiggle out of the dress and her way, part of way to understand why she was so cold. With the dress off, there was nothing left. The only thing left she's left in is her underwear. I can't help but stare at the sight in front of me. I've never seen Sayori in this state before. Are you staring? This is really weird.
You're staring.
I swallow. Can you blame me? You look amazing. She blushes. The flush of the red on her face complements the navy of her underwear. As she fumbles for my belt, I have to remind myself that this is really happening. The girl I've loved since we were kids is practically standing in front of me, undoing my belt. As the belt comes undone, I wriggle out of my trousers, and now we're both standing in our underwear, both aware of what happens next. We both share another kiss with the majority of our clothes off. We the longing we're both emanating, along with the feeling of Sayori's burns on my chest. There's a tender kind of intimacy in the situation that both are reveling, I don't know. It contrasts against this sense of urgency in the moment. With the shaking fingers, I lean towards Sayori's back. I fiddle around with the straps and bra, but as expected, I have no clue how to undo it. She lets out a slight giggle.
Having trouble?
It's not like undoing a bra is something I have experience with. Or are these things a damn Rubik's Cube? They aren't. Anyway, all you have to do is unhook it like this. My breath catches in my throat as it finally comes undone. I pull back so I'm in front of her once more. And in one fluid motion, her bra comes free. Wow. It's censored. Don't worry. I'm not going to have to do any work right now, and I'm happy. You look beautiful. She giggles shyly as she covers herself up with her arms.
Sorry, I know they aren't as big as Yuri's, or...
I take her by surprise and start kissing her neck. An area that she seems to be particular pleasure from. Feeling a little more daring, I keep going down further. Before I know, my hands all the while, I played in passion because tragedy causing her to move louder. It doesn't matter. They're great just the way they are. Her hands are gently caressing my hair as I continue to kiss her. Once I've started, I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm not reading this out loud. I'm messed up. I'll murmur all this if I have to. When they've started, it's almost impossible to stop. Those urges have been kept at bay since the first Diggle fight. We've finally had free reign, and damned if I'll stop them. All of my senses are being stimulated right now. The strangely enticing smell of her pheromones, along with the allure of her taste, the sound of her moaning inside of her body. It's almost a sensory overload, but it's not unpleasant in the slightest. I stand up and look at her in the eyes. Wordlessly, she slips off the final article of clothing on her body, and I follow suit. Now we're both truly exposed. I should feel vulnerable. After all, who wouldn't when they're naked? I would say no vulnerable would be the wrong word. I feel safe. The intimacy between us is like a warm cocoon. Those silence stretches on what feels like much longer than we take this sight in each other. The gentle curve of her hips, the smooth allure of her skin, how perky and daily her burn, along with the endearing, shy expression on her face. This might have been her idea, but it's clear that she's just as nervous as I am. But most of all, actually seeing her like this, in such an intimate state, there's a slight air of awkwardness, but I guess this is a given. At least we can share the awkwardness with each other. Wait, I don't have any, She nods wordlessly and reaches into the pocket of her dress, pulling out a form of the bag. I raise an eyebrow. What?
What? Just Like to plan. What? I just like to plan a little ahead. I decided not to press it, given the situation we're in. After following around for more moments, we're set. At this point, I'm already raging. Hormones and heaven is taking over. I gently put it down towards the bed with my lips ever separate from her. She understands my intentions and whether she complies, slowly sinking down. I sink down with her. Stop. Resting that my elbows are on the side of her with my hands against her face. My weight rests the elbows as I slowly maneuver myself so that I'm positioned between the legs. I'm tentatively thumping their cheeks as I do so. Her eyes flutter open and closed. Eventually, I'm at what I think is the right spot. I think that's a great line. That's an underrated line. I'm actually reading this stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's just I'm not speaking it out loud fluently. Or clearly is what I meant to say. She gives me the tiniest nods. It's small, but I can read what it says. I'm ready. Doing my best to ignore how loudly my heartbeat is beating, I start to slowly... Are you okay? I can't. She closes her eyes once more, breathing heavily. She smile at me. It's okay. I'm not like her. I just want to don't feel comfortable doing this. Harry, satisfaction, slightly underneath me as I push further, louder. I'm all. At this point, the feeling has grown. I'm Sayori. I am Sayori. The starts, hips, rhythm, using movements sync, alright, with mine, causing my breathing to become ragged. I was never experiencing anything remotely satisfying in my life. All the while, Sayori's gentle anxiety up and down. There's one on the face I was getting, and there's a flash of visibly on her face. She's biting her lip and pleasure on the other side, which spurs me on to try to go faster. That's incredible. Every push, clearly, it's not just me feeling this way. I can feel Sayori's nails. It doesn't hurt or anything. As much I have. Eventually, I start to feel build up. I know what's coming. Sayori, there's happening. I started over me. I lose control of her. Play at levels. Dizzy. Sayori cries out about it, but that moment we both lose control, so the nature. For a moment, there's silence, broken between only the sounds of our painting. I roll off Sayori, breathing heavily. A light sheen of sweat is coating the both of us. Not surprising, given the intense body heat we were sharing. I lift up briefly to dispose of going on his hands. I guess she's still a little self-conscious. I smile tentatively as she sung up, particularly after her. It feels incredibly intimate to have her lips close to me. I don't know how to break the silence. Luckily, Sayori does it for me. Puka? Mm-hmm. I love you. I love you too, Sayori. That was absolutely incredible. She giggles softly. It really was. Silence again. It's not uncomfortable, though. I'm trying to rack my brains for what I want to say the most. I think this has been the best day of my life so far. Mine too, Puka. Mine too. The dreamy tone in her voice makes me smile. Oh, Sayori, you're perfect. Literally. There isn't a single thing that I change about you. She opens her mouth to protest. On instinct, I know what she's going to say. Yes, even your depression. I've been so proud of you. You've come such a long way, from opening up to me, agreeing to therapy, eventually having the strength to do it alone. I'm so happy that I'm able to have been by your side. I know we've only been together for 2 months, but it honestly feels a lot longer. There's a silence for a moment. I don't know what to say, Puka. I really don't, except thank you, and I love you. I couldn't have imagined doing any of this without you. You're the best boyfriend a girl could ever ask for. I'm nothing special. It's you who... No, you really are, Puka. You were just too modest to see it. You've always been so caring and loving towards me. Since day one, you've always made it your mission to put a smile on my face, something you've always succeeded at. You are the sunshine in my life, the light that's there to guide me through the darkest days, something I'll always be grateful for. You haven't just given me a reason to smile. No, you gave me something I thought I'd forever lost. You gave me hope. Actual, genuine hope. That maybe, just maybe, things might be okay.
Thank you! Oh, did we do it? Oh! 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 Wait, I don't remember that. Blue skies. Hey! We did it! We did it! After over a year of work and playing this game. Oh my. Is that me? That's me! That's me! That's me! That's me! That's the MC! Everything disappeared perfectly right now. Oh, I wanted the words to disappear. Oh, that would have been really perfect if they disappeared. Oh, man. Oh, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I'll let the music play. I completely forgot about that character. There's a dog! I love the dog. I thought the dog had a hand and I was really scared. Hey, it's Sakurai. It's not... Oh, Sakurai. Sakurai, my mom? I ship. I support this ship. I support that. I like this. I like this a lot. Oh, it's Emmy. It's Emmy. Emmy? That's her name, right? Emmy? Something like that. Look at this. This is the culmination of work, passion, everything coming to a close. It's great. It's great. It's truly beautiful. I won't lie. I love this. Special thanks. Dan Salvato, Spaghetto, Afro Zero, Matter Crafter, 12 Guys 6, and finally, I can only take a guess. You! I hope I got the screenshot before you appeared. For staying with us for the ride, no matter how long it was. Yeah. Hey! That's another thumbnail to opportunity, I know. Anything gonna happen? Oh, I had to go next. End. We did it. We really have done it. We really have done it. But what about all the other stuff? What about the rest of this stuff? What about all that? There's so much that's gone. Have I not done this correctly? I don't think I'm done with Blue Skies just yet. I could be, if I wanted to be. I don't know if I'm done just yet, though. Because there's so much more content here that I'm missing out on. I only have 2 pictures. Do you see that? Only 2. Alright. But that's going to be it for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, why don't you go ahead and smash that like button and also hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. This was amazing. It truly was. It's something that I've really enjoyed this whole time, just playing through this and getting to experience the story. It was amazingly thought out. It was perfectly thought out. They put a lot of passion and detail into it, and I'm very thankful for the team that has come together to create Doki Doki Blue Skies. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, why don't you go ahead and smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and hit that little bell so you know the next time I upload a video. But yeah, I'm out. Peace.